Good evening, and welcome to your 2013 Navy Ball, where tradition meets today. Naval support activity has been an integral part of the U.S. Navy operations for years. And tonight, we celebrate not only the Navy's 238th birthday, but also our present achievements and our future as a forward operating organization. But first, let's look at our past. U.S. Naval Detachment Souda Bay was commissioned on May 28, 1969. Its mission: to maintain and operate facilities while providing base support for U.S. naval forces operating in the Mediterranean. 11 years later, U.S. Naval Support Activity Souda Bay was established, and in those following years, the base mission expanded to include support for U.S. Air Force and Navy reconnaissance missions. Today, NSA Souda Bay is home to more than 1,050 U.S. military personnel, DoD civilians, and local nationals engaged in supporting DoD, NATO Global Air, and maritime operations in the Europe, Africa, and Central Command areas of responsibility. NSA Souda Bay is the model forward operating site identified in the Chief of Naval Operations Sailing Directions that is essential to supporting our Navy's forward operating and enduring responsibilities overseas. Both military and civilian personnel serving at Souda Bay represent every facet of the CNO's three tenets.
Warfighting first.
Our primary mission is warfighting. All our efforts to improve capabilities, develop people, and structure our organization are grounded in this fundamental responsibility. We will continue a two-century tradition of warfighting excellence, adaptation, and resilience.
Through the years, NSA Souda Bay has skillfully orchestrated joint U.S. Navy and U.S. Air Force operations and reconnaissance missions, air refueling support for Operations Desert Storm, Enduring Freedom, Iraqi Freedom, Odyssey Dawn, Unified Protector, Jukebox Lotus, and other multinational operations.
Operate forward.
We build upon and strengthen our partnerships and alliances with our forward presence where sea lanes, resources, and vital U.S. interests come together.
Our ability to provide full-spectrum support to DoD, NATO, and coalition assets with minimal manning and footprint make NSA Souda Bay the ideal forward operating site structure supporting strategic missions around the globe.
Be ready.
We use new technologies and operating concepts to sharpen our warfighting advantage against evolving threats. Our people are diverse in experience, background, and ideas, personally and professionally ready, and proficient in the operation of their weapons and systems.
The Navy will continue to be at the front line of our nation's efforts in war and peace, with a proud heritage of success in battle, on, above, and below the sea.
In the past year, NSA Souda Bay's port operations supported more than 16,500 personnel, 134 ships, and 210 combined NATO and U.S. missions. Furthermore, they processed over 525 tons of cargo and $40 million worth of critical repair parts. Also in the past year, NSA Souda Bay's air operations processed 2,500 tons of cargo and 5.5 million gallons of fuel. Furthermore, they supported 17,000 passengers and 3,800 aircraft operations to include air-to-air refueling ops, full-time support to U.S. Air Force squadrons, and over 100 NATO missions. Thank you for your part in supporting the U.S. Navy mission, the CNO's sailing directions, and your fellow sailors. Remember that every person supporting NSA Souda Bay is also supporting the warfighter, operating forward, and being ready to help the mission in any way possible. The U.S. Navy has a long and distinguished heritage of service to our nation. 238 years.
As we celebrate our Navy's 238th birthday, I want to take this time to say thank you to all my shipmates. This is my last Navy birthday as an active duty service member, and I can tell you right now, I have never been more proud to serve with each and every single one of you. Thank you, and have a great time at the ball.
Thank you, Team Souda, for making it possible for our fleet and forward forces to be ready where it matters, when it matters. And happy 238th birthday, U.S. Navy.
After 238 years, happy birthday, United States Navy.
Tonight, let's pause to remember our role in that history and success, and take the time to remember that after 238 years of the U.S. Navy serving America, the Navy Ball is still where tradition meets today.